Hello, my friends. Jill Ortiz here in my Empowered Fitness community for women over 40 looking to get energized, confident, and strong. It's Monday, and Monday means motivation pep talk for you. And sometimes it serves as a motivation pep talk for me. And I'm excited to be here today, especially because today is day one of a new phase for me. And there's so much to be excited about. I'm excited because I'm going into a shred phase of my training where over the next, 4, 6, 12 weeks, who knows how long it's going to last. It's going to be until I get to where I want to be, where I will be shedding fat and revealing the muscle that I have been building all year. And so I am very excited for it. And I want to be an example or an inspiration for you to be doing something similar, right? Taking the year in sections, phases, changing your goals from time to time, and learning from either me as a professional or others that you see that there's so much possibility out there. You just have to understand the process better. And I think that's what's really exciting in my community with my clients is empowering them and having them really come to the understanding of what it takes in this journey. I can't tell you how many of my clients right now, there's at least 3 that are working on increasing their calories instead of decreasing it. And I would say the majority of them have been working on increasing their intake in calories, but it's with this really strong understanding of why that's going to get them better results is really cool when it clicks for them. And I no longer have to be constantly convincing them that it's the best move for them. And so I had a conversation this morning with one of my clients, Lisa, who has lost over 25 pounds in my program, but has found in the last few months to be at a plateau. And we've seen her get out of a plateau. Her biggest drop, I think, was last year, right after Thanksgiving, when I started my holiday challenge. And that was when I introduced my last new program. It was called the 10-minute tone up. And at that point in time, I think Lisa dropped like 10 pounds in a matter of a couple months. And that was a really big drop. We've seen a couple of big drops like that in her journey where when she changed something up, that new changes happened. So she came to me today and said, Jill, I think I need to change something. And we decided that it was that she needed to bring her calories up to see something new, to see some speed up in her metabolism and her results. And so I'm really excited for Lisa. And I also shared with Lisa, I shared with many of my clients this week because I think this is so important. And this is the theme for today, is taking inspiration, drawing inspiration from others and using that to fuel your own motivation and your journey. And I think for a while here, I've been stuck in kind of like maintenance mode and just changing things up, but not being totally sure of what I was trying to achieve, and other than building strength. And I ran into this picture, and I think I mentioned it last week on my Q&A Wednesday, about this woman who just came across my feed. A lot of you know I'm a golfer, and I had this picture come across my feed. I don't know if it was in a Facebook group I was in or what it was, but I downloaded this picture, and it was a woman who was on a tee box, and she was swinging the club, and she was just all muscle. And that was my inspiration for my next phase of what I want to accomplish. Yes, people always ask me when I get paired with new people on the golf course, what do you do? And when I say personal trainer and fitness and nutrition coach and metabolism coach and menopausal coach, they always say, okay, that makes a lot of sense. But to really have people just go bug-eyed when they see this rippling muscle that I saw in this woman's picture, I was like, wow, that would be incredible. And quite honestly, for all the muscle building that I've been doing, I feel like it's possible if I rein in the nutrition. I've been living in happy lifestyle nutrition, and I think it's time to take a look at what I could accomplish with a much more dialed in nutrition for a longer period of time. So I'm very excited. And so I think that's what's super motivating, is knowing you've got something new and something exciting. And so I'm going to tell you right now, there's a poll right here on this post on Facebook, and you can always reply if you're watching it on YouTube or in my email or wherever you're at. But I have written a new program because I know how exciting it is for my clients when I come out with a new program, and those who've never even tried one of my programs when I do a challenge and I introduce a new program. So I've written it, and this week and next week I'm going to be filming it, and then I'm going to be looking for beta testers to try it out, to see what the results are, so that when we do this together as a big challenge come January, a New Year's challenge, we are going to have amazing results to speak of, to inspire others to join us to do this program. And so this is what happened last year, is I recruited an amazing group of beta testers, and this morning I texted them and I said, beta testers, my favorite people, guess what? We're doing a new challenge. I've got a new program, and they're all like super excited. They can't wait for the newness of it. They can't wait to see what it is, because they know that last year people got amazing results. The last year's program was a 3-week program, and we saw people dropping 6 to 10 pounds in 3 weeks and really feeling their confidence rise, their energy rise, their strength gain, and it was just incredible. So I know my beta testers are super excited. The only thing is I can't start filming this program until I have a name for it. So I've given you 2 options, option A and option B, and I want you to drop your favorite one below. So option A is the power within, 4 weeks to stronger, leaner, and confident, okay? The power within. So it'd be called TPW for short. Those who know me, we know we do F&F, B&B, NPNG, we've got TMT, we've got all these great programs. We tend to shorten them when we're talking about them. So this would be TPW, the power within, 4 weeks to stronger, leaner, confident. And then option B would be push, pull, power, 4 weeks to strength, balance, and confidence. So you've got stronger, leaner, confident, and you've got strength, balance, confidence. Push, pull, power, so that'll be PPP. So I've written them in here if you need to kind of visually look at them as well, but I'm gonna go with one of those 2. I will give you a little idea of what this program is going to be as well. And you just got to keep an eye out for when I'm looking for those beta testers, because my beta testers, they get incredible deal. They get just the most awesome experience, because you're going to be with me for the 4 weeks that you're going to be testing it. So we are going to do a 4-week program. It will be 6 days a week. Okay. So many of my programs are 5 days. This one is going to be 6 days. I have to film the workouts to see exactly what the timing is. I'm not quite sure on that yet. But when I was writing, I was thinking about 40 to 45 minutes. So this is longer than some of my other ones. This will be one of those more advanced programs. I wanted it to be really different than any of my other programs, and really encompassing a lot of the most important aspects of this journey. So strength, balance, core, some personal development, and getting that steady state, low intensity cardio 1 day a week, just to get that. And we're going to be listening to some audiobooks when we do that. So we've got 6 days: push, pull, core, cardio, balance, push, pull. There was one more. Hold on, let me pull up my sheet. All right. Here we are. Push, pull, core, compound, cardio, and balance. So I'm really excited to build this and to roll it out to you guys. So put your votes in the comments below, A or B, whichever one you liked more, the power within or push, pull, power. Now you kind of understand. And I just can't wait. So again, use others as your strength. I'm here to tell you that you can accomplish any of your goals, and I'm here to give you the tools, the encouragement, and really help you achieve that stuff. Let's take a quick look. I do want to shout out some people this week. We've got Janelle, who is joining Empowered Fitness Mastery next week, but she has already completed with me the Triple Threat Challenge, and this week is doing my 5-day menopause makeover. We've got Monica, who completed Lean Lifters this past week, and we've got Alita, who completed Build and Burn this past week. So we've got some awesome accomplishments. We've got Zeta, who is finishing up her first 3 months in Empowered Fitness Mastery and has completed 75 workouts, has stayed on schedule for that. We've got our 2 newest ladies in Empowered Fitness Mastery, Stephanie and Tanya, who both completed their 20th workouts each this past week. And we've gotten some amazing wins this week that I'm gonna just pull back here. Let's just take a quick look. I know we did this last week. Let's see, Tanya says, last week I committed to not drinking alcohol while traveling with my team. She does a lot of travel for work. She says, I did it and everyone was so understanding, so I never felt left out. Huge win. This week, my commitment is to push a little harder during my workouts. She said, I'm usually quitting when Jill says 3, 2, 1. This week, I want to get 1 more rep in during that time. Love it, love it, love it. Lisa says, last week, my commitment was to put my phone away by 8:30. I didn't do very well at that, maybe 25% of the time. I'll try to do 8:30 to 9 this week. But what I really want to focus on in this coming weekend is to stick with my nutrition plan. Too much kind of close on my Saturday and Sundays lately. So that's good to hear. So this is where we are making our commitments and reviewing our commitments from last week. Alita says, win of the week, completed her build and burn program and increased the weights she was using on almost every move compared to when she last completed the program in 2024. Zeta says her win of the week is twice when she was behind in a workout, she completed it before the week was over. So that's great. That's a nice thing about having flexibility in our programs. And then let's see, Tanya says her win of the week, her husband said he can see a change in her butt and he likes it. And who's this? This is Lisa. Her win went up in weights on leg day squats, deadlift, and alternating reverse lunges, and that felt good and right for me. So those are just some great wins of the week, and that's it. So I'm going to, I'll send this out in email. And I'm going to include some of my inspirations over the years, including that picture I was telling you about the golfer. I will include that in my email with a little bit of the story that got me going on my journey. And I will see you back here on Wednesday for our Q&A session. So thanks for joining me, ladies. Put your vote in, A or B. Let's go back and find those A and B. We've got The Power Within, 4 weeks to Stronger, Leaner, Confident. And we've got Push Pull Power, 4 weeks to Strength, Balance, and Confidence. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.